Hello friends, welcome to IAS at Speed of Light, and this is going to be the first lecture on Indian polity mnemonics. During Indian polity mnemonics, we are going to extensively use our number mnemonics part, that is the conversion of the digits to their respective pitches, and that is how we are going to learn the important articles and other important numbers which we require to remember for our Indian Constitution. Including the years. So that is how it's going to be a very important part for us first to be comfortable with the number mnemonics and then attempt the Indian polity mnemonics. Now one question may come into our mind is how many times we can use a single mnemonic, like for example for 11, okay, 11 is 1 T and T. So it becomes Tata, and our picture what we have defined for 11 is Tata Nano. So how many times we can use Tata Nano as a mnemonic? Because during examination it may happen like with so many things what we have linked with Tata Nano, we can get confused. But this thing we should not worry. The only thing we should keep in mind is there has to be a gap of 24 hours while using the same mnemonic. Okay, so there has to be a gap of 24 hours while using the same mnemonic. And let's move ahead now. The most important thing what we have to keep in mind while doing the Indian polity part is we have to cover the important part, okay? Important amendment acts, important articles, important schedules, other informations, other the important Supreme Court cases. Because everything, if we try to go by mnemonics, it's going to be extremely difficult for us. So here conceptual part also plays a very important role in Indian polity, and most of the things you will see we will be able to solve either by the mnemonics or either by the conceptual lectures, and this is one of the very important subject from UPSC perspective because it's very conventional in nature, and yes, it's dynamic also, like you get new Supreme Court judgments, some new amendments to the Constitution, but they are in limited scope. So it's a very stable system, and most of the questions which you get in UPSC, it can be easily solved. And one book, particular book, or two books, what you can refer for the Indian polity, and referring a test book for Indian polity is very important. Same as what we did for the modern history of India as well. So textbook one you have to refer, either it can be Lashmikant or it can be DD Basu. So let's start. First task for this Indian polity mnemonics, it is going to be sequence of formation of Indian states. And if you see last maybe 20-year papers, so this question about Indian states, formation of sequence of Indian state, it has been asked maybe 4 or 5 times. So it becomes a possible question, and it's very easy for us to do. So sequence of formation of Indian states. So from formation, okay, now again we have to define a sequence. We will look for sequence which is there in our permanent memory, and then we can fix our required information into that. So from formation we get form, okay, formation we get form. Of form we say filling of application form. So what sequence we will take here is of filling up of an application form. Let's take UPSC form we have to fill up, okay? UPSC prelims form has come and we have to fill that UPSC application form. And Indian states, we already have an image of Indian states with us. So let us see step by step what steps we are going to take for the filling of that application form. Step 1, these days we fill our the form online, or sometimes what we do, we go online, we take the print of that application form, and then we fill up into that. So step 1, we have to go to the internet. Okay, and now what happened on internet? It is Narendra Modi ad. Okay, Narendra Modi or BJP, they have made such a exhaustive ad campaign this Lok Sabha elections. So it's very common now. We'll find Narendra Modi ads so many places in internet. So internet, once you opened internet, you went to the internet to open the website of UPSC, and there was one ad of Narendra Modi, and then you thought like how it is happening, how they're getting so much of money for this ad campaign. So Narendra Modi, we are linking it with the internet, or once you start the internet to fill the application form. Now, second, after going to the internet, we download the application form, and after downloading, we take a print of that, okay, so that we can fill the required information on that application form. So we take the print of that application form, and with print, now we have to link second state. Our second state is Nagaland, and our picture for Nagaland is Naga Sadhu. Okay, so Naga Sadhu taking print. This picture you can see where this Naga Sadhu, they are taking print with the help of this laptop. So first information, it was internet. Internet, we linked it with Narendra Modi. Now printer. Okay, we take this application, the print of the application, and that is the second step while filling up of an application form. And mind you, form, we are studying the formation of Indian states, the sequence of formation of Indian states. So first state we linked as Narendra Modi, that is Gujarat, and then now Nagaland, that is Naga Sadhu taking application print. So here Gujarat was the 15th state of India, and then Nagaland was the 16th state. Let's go ahead and let us see like what we do normally while filling the application form. So now you have to take a pen. You have already gotten hard copy of the application form of UPSC, and now you have to fill that form. Okay, so filling that form, first thing you need is pen. Okay, now this pen, we are linking it with Yana Gupta. Or if you remember, Yana Gupta is our picture for Haryana. So Yana Gupta is writing with a pen. See, in this picture also, she's having one pen and she's writing, okay? Maybe writing or whatever she may be doing. So pen, we are linking it with Yana Gupta. Now, in your mind, you have to see that picture, complete picture of Yana Gupta with a pen in her hand, and she's writing. So Haryana becomes Yana Gupta, and Yana Gupta in this sequence we are defining or linking with pen. Step 4. Now you have got a pen with you, you have got an application form with you. Now what is the first thing which application form requires? It is writing your name. Okay, first thing is writing your name. So this writing of name, we are linking it with laptop, okay, or HP laptop. If you remember, HP laptop is our picture for Himachal Pradesh. So just see a picture where you are writing your name on your laptop, and your friends are seeing like what you are doing while you are writing your name on laptop. So writing your name on laptop, we are linking while remembering the sequence of the formation of Indian states. Let's go ahead and see the next step, what we're going to do, and that is fifth step. After writing your name, they ask your father's name. Okay, so now father is our next sequence, and this we have to link with Manipur. Okay, and if you remember, Manipur, the picture of Manipur is money, or money is a precious stone or a diamond. So just see a visual where your father is giving a gifting diamond to you. Okay, now father's name, we get father, and father is gifting diamond to you, and diamond is money, and that is Manipur. After name of father, we write address. Okay, first your name, then your father's name, then address. Okay, which is your permanent address? So your home address is famous for puri sabji that your mother made. Okay, your mother is a very good cook, and normally all mothers are, and your house, it's very famous now for the puri sabji which your mom prepare. So address is famous for puri sabji, or puri sabji, if you remember, our picture is our picture for Tripura, for the state of Tripura. So step 6, address, we are linking it with Tripura. Now step 7, after writing address, what they ask is mobile number. Okay, you have to write the mobile number. So it's very easy. The sequence is very easy. First name, then your father's name, then your address, okay, and then your mobile number. So with your mobile phone, you can also talk with the people living on sky. So you have got a new technology phone, and with this technology phone, the people who are living beyond our beyond our skies, or who are living on clouds, we can also talk with them using our mobile phone. So sky or clouds is our picture for Meghalaya. For Meghalaya it is Meg, and Meg it is sky or clouds. So mobile phone, we are linking it with Meghalaya or clouds. Step 8. Now after writing your address, mobile number, now they ask for the center. Okay, which center you want to opt for. Like if you want to opt for Delhi or to opt for Chennai, Bangalore. So center of examination, and you want the same center as Kim Sharma. You came to know like this year Kim Sharma is also going to appear for UPSC, and you want the same center as Kim Sharma. So center, examination center, we are linking it with Kim Sharma, or Kim Sharma in our mind is already picture of Sikkim. Okay, going to the next step now, that is signature on the application form. Finally, what you have to do after filling all this information, name, your father's name, your address, your mobile number, your examination center, then final thing you have to sign on that. So signature on the application form, you are not able to even sign after drinking rum. Okay, you got drunk after drinking rum, and you are not even able to sign. Okay, so just see that whole picture where you are drinking rum, and you got conged, and you cannot even sign. So rum, we are linking it with signature. Rum is picture for Mizoram. Filling up the application form, we have completed the application form. Now what we have to do? Now we have to prepare the DD, okay? Fees DD, which we have to send it to UPSC. Now when you went to the bank to got the demand draft, okay, that is DD, to pay the fees, the DD was having the picture of Arun Jaitley. Okay, DD was having the picture of Arun Jaitley, or maybe you thought like Arun Jaitley is a new finance minister of the country. So Arun Jaitley picture, Arun Jaitley has given this order to put his picture everywhere on the bank checks on DD. So that is how your DD is having the picture of Arun Jaitley. So information, fees DD. Coming to the next step now, getting your DD with you, completed application form. Now what you have to do is, you will put these two things into an envelope. Okay, now this envelope, what you are having, it's unique, it's having a beach picture. Okay, so again you have to see that envelope in your hand with DD. One DD, it's having a picture of Arun Jaitley, and your application form, complete application form, which you have just filled, and now putting in an envelope, and this envelope is having a picture of beach. So till the time you don't see the complete moving pictures, okay, your mind will not recognize it well, and the whole effort will go in. So please try to visualize everything like you are sitting in a cinema hall and seeing a movie. So the same way your mind should work now. You should see the clear moving pictures, and you have to involve yourself in those pictures. So envelope is having a picture of beach. Okay, now what is the next step, what you will do? Okay, you have put the DD, you have put the application form. Now second step, it would be writing the address where you want to send the envelope. Okay, this is in a sequence, so it's very easy for us, it's already there. We know that we have to write the address of UPSC on the envelope form. So this UPSC address, we are linking it with mug. Okay, if you remember, mug is 36. 3 is M and G is 6. So 36, and 36 in Hindi we call Chhattis. That is how it becomes Chhattisgarh. Okay, so writing the address on a mug. See how this person is writing on the mug. Similarly, you are writing UPSC address on mug, and this totka is given by some pundit, like who has told you, if you write UPSC address on mug, then chances are there that this year you will clear UPSC. Okay, so mug, we are writing the address of UPSC. Going to the next step now. After completing the application form, putting the DD, putting it in the envelope. You have already written the correct address of UPSC. Now you have to send it. And how you will send it? By going to the post office. Now going to the post office, we are linking it with temple. Okay, temple is our image for Uttarakhand. So you went to the temple, and the temple was having a post office as well. So it's the only temple in the world which is having post office with it. So post office, it went, everything completed, and you successfully got your call letter, okay, hall ticket. So you got the hall ticket, but unfortunately you lost that hall ticket in the Jhadis. I hope it doesn't happen, but just visualize in this story that this hall ticket got lost in Jhadis, okay. Jhadis are the shrub plants. So Jhadis, from Jhadis we get Jharkhand. So let us see now what we have done from the first thing. We started, we wanted to fill the application form for UPSC. We went to the internet, we saw Narendra Modi. So Gujarat is our first state. Second is, we took the print of that, and with that printer we linked the picture of Nagaland. So Nagaland, it becomes Naga Sadhu. After taking the print of that, we require a pen, right, to write on that application form. That pen we linked with Yana Gupta, or from Yana Gupta we got Haryana. What thing we need to write first on the application form? It is your name, and you're writing your name on your HP laptop. So HP becomes Himachal Pradesh. Or this thing we linked with pen. After your name, your father's name. So father's name, or father, we linked it with diamond. Father was giving you the diamond. So diamond, it becomes Mani or Manipur. After father's name, it was address. Your address is famous for Puri Sabji. Or Puri Sabji is a picture for Tripura. After your address, you need to write your mobile number, and with your mobile, you can talk with the people who are living on skies or Megh or clouds. So mobile, we link it with Meghalaya. After mobile number, it is your examination center, and which examination center you want this time, where Kim Sharma is also appearing for the exam. So Kim Sharma, it becomes Kim is Sikkim. Finally, signature, you cannot you are not able to even sign. Why? Because you have drunk rum. So rum becomes Mizoram. After completing the application form, you went to the DD. Fees CTV associated with Arun Jaitley, that is Arunachal Pradesh for us. After fees CT, application form, putting an envelope. Envelope is having picture of beach, that is Goa for us. Then writing UPSC address on mug. Mug is 36. 3 is M, G is 6. So mug becomes 36, and 36 in Hindi is Chhattis. That is Chhattisgarh. UPSC address and mug. Then what you do after writing the address, you went to the post office. Post office, we linked it with temple. Your temple was having the post office, and finally you got the hall ticket which got lost in the Jhadis, and that is Jharkhand. So this is the sequence of the formation of Indian states from after the 1956 to present, and the latest entry into this is Telangana. And so Telangana, our picture is going to be Tel. Tel is a Hindi word for oil. Sarson ka tel, mustard oil, right? Hair oil, balon ka tel, hair oil. So tel becomes oil. So our picture for tel, for Telangana, it would be tel or oil. So see now how easy for us, once we have the picture of Indian states in our mind, we have n number of ways, unlimited number of ways to remember it, right? So let's go to the next step. Next target for today, it would be remembering the important schedules. And if you see the last 20-year papers, you will find at least 10 to 12 questions which have been asked from these schedules. And very basic questions also, not very difficult. So in our constitution, we have a total of 12 schedules. Okay, we're starting with the first schedule. And first, one is TWE for us, right? So TWE. We are writing the name of the states and union territories on the TWE. So tree we have, tree is our picture for 1. And now you have to see, you went with the pen and then you went to the tree and you were writing the name of the states, okay, all name of the states to remember them on a tree, states and union territories. So schedule 1 actually deals with the names and the extent of the territories of the states and the union territories of the Union of India. So first schedule, that is 1 tree, we are linking it with the names of the states and union territories. Straight away in UPSC, they have asked this question maybe 2 times about the first schedules only. So first schedule, first one is the tree for us, and you're writing the name of the states and union territories on that tree. So once if you see that visual, colorful, and you involve yourself like you are yourself writing all the names of the states and the union territories on this tree, then you cannot forget this. So first schedule, it deals with the names of the states and union territories and also their territorial jurisdictions. Coming to the second schedule, and second is 2, and 2 is cycle for us, okay. Now this schedule, it deals with the provisions relating to the emoluments, alliances, privileges, and so on for the President of India, Governor of India, all the government officers, executives. So all government people getting cycle as salary. Okay, now government, it's running in loss. Now what they have decided is they are going to pay to their officers by giving them bicycles. So cycle, we are relating it with the salary of the government people, or the privileges or the allowances what they are getting, government people. Okay, starting from president, governors, speakers, member of parliament, judges, okay, chairman, deputy chairmans, speakers, deputy speakers. So second schedule, it deals with the salaries, allowances, privileges, okay. So what they're getting in salary, it is cycle. So first one was tree, we are writing the name of the states and union territories. Second, now cycle, uh, presidents, prime ministers, they're getting cycle as their salary. Okay, so maybe president, he's getting 5 cycles in a month, or prime minister, he's getting 2 cycles in a month. So that is how now government has started giving salaries. Third schedule, third, 3, our picture for 3 is auto. If you remember, auto is our picture because auto is 3-wheeler, it has 3 wheels. So third schedule is auto. And this third schedule, it deals with the forms of oaths or affirmations, right? Oaths are the affirmations for the ministers, for the member of parliament, for the judges, for CAG, for all office machinery, all the government machinery, executive machinery. So auto, just see a picture where people are taking oaths in auto. Okay, it's very strange. It really, if you can once see, if you can once visualize or imagine that particular picture in your mind, that people are taking oath in auto, your mind will not let you forget it, right? So oath in auto, that is third schedule. Auto is 3 for us, and oaths, it deals with the oaths or affirmations. Third schedule. Let's move ahead. The fourth schedule. Fourth is car for us. Okay, 4-wheeler, because cycle has 2 wheels. So 2 is the picture for cycle. Cycle is the picture for 2. 3. Okay, auto is having 3 wheels. So 3 is the picture. Auto is the picture for 3. Now 4. Car is having 4 vehicles, 4 wheels, so it's a 4-wheeler. So our picture for 4 is going to be car. So this fourth schedule, it deals with the allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha to the states and union territories. So allocation of seats in Rajya Sabha. So in Rajya Sabha, politicians who come with car, they get seats. Okay, see this picture now where this particular gentleman, he's very happy because he's coming in a car. Now he's very hopeful, like he will get the seat in Rajya Sabha. So car, we are linking with 4 schedule, and 4 schedule, it is allocation of seats in Rajya Sabha. And this question also, if you see last year papers, it has been asked some 3 to 4 times. same question, like what does fourth schedule means, or the like which schedule deals with the allocation of seats in Rajya Sabha from states and union territories. So fourth schedule we are linking with the allocation of seats of Rajya Sabha. Coming to the fifth schedule, is 5 and 5 is knife for us. Okay, 5 is knife. So it deals with the administration of scheduled areas. Okay, administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. So people administer and control the scheduled areas with knives. Okay, with knives means forcefully. Like this picture, if you can see this particular person, he's using knife. Okay, so if you're using knife and sort of things, like you're trying to control these areas, scheduled areas and scheduled tribe people forcefully. So knife, we are relating it with the administration and the control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes, right? So again, you can see a picture where people with knives are coming and they are controlling the scheduled tribes, people and the scheduled areas. So administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes, we are linking it with knife. Knife is 5 for us, that is fifth schedule. Coming to the next schedule, that is schedule 6. Or 6 are the transgenders for us. Okay, 6 are chakke. We call them chakke, right? In Hindi, sixers. So our picture for 6 becomes transgenders. So administration of tribal areas in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. So these all are northeast states of India, and many transgenders in northeastern part of country. So administration of tribal areas. So if we go to the tribal areas of the northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, you will find many transgenders who are there. Like normally they are more than average. Like if it is there 2-4,000 in normal societies, but there in northeast India, these states it is like 100 per thousand. So many transgenders are there in a tribal population of northeast states. So that is how we are linking now. This is not logical, it's all imaginative. So please don't take it seriously and don't write all these things in the mains examination. So tribal areas of northeastern states, we are linking it with 6 or transgenders, which is the 6th schedule for us. Coming to 7, okay. And 7th schedule is 7 and 7 is heaven for us. Now sending people to heaven is neither in state or central list, okay. Central government is having a list of subjects which it has to follow. State is having some subject which it has to follow, and there is a third list, a concurrent list, which both can make laws. But sending people to heaven, okay, none of the government, like maybe state government or center government, they cannot do it. It will depend on the work of the people, what they will do, work of the citizens. So sending people to heaven, it's neither in state or central list. So heaven, that is 7, we are linking with the central and the state list. This particular question also have been asked 3 or 4 times in UPSC. Same question, right? So 7 is heaven for us, and heaven, how we are linking it with the central and state list or the concurrent list. It is none of the government, it is none of the priority for the governments to send people to heaven by making them work for the good of the people. 8, coming to the 8th schedule. 8 is spider for us. Spider have 8 legs, okay, 8 legs. So these 8 legs is spider. Some spiders can speak all Indian languages. So this 8th schedule, it deals with the Indian languages, or the languages which are recognized by the constitution. So spider, you see that spider is speaking all Indian languages. So now presently there are 22 languages which have been recognized by the constitution. So spider is speaking all 22 Indian languages. Just see that picture where you're standing in front of the spider, and that spider is first speaking in Tamil, then Odia. There's so many languages he can speak, and that is how you got surprised. So spider we are linking with the languages, Indian languages, and spider is 8th schedule. So 8th schedule are the Indian languages which are recognized by the constitution. Now ninth schedule, and 9 is wine for us, okay? 9 is wine. So people discussing land reforms while drinking wine. Okay, normally it happens when people drink, they discuss a lot of things about society and other things. Now this time when they were drinking, they were discussing the land reforms which have become so eminent in India, these land reforms. So ninth schedule deals with the land reforms. Okay, land reforms, what it means is abolition of the zamindari system, okay, which was prevalent there with the pre-independence. This schedule, it was added by the First Amendment Act. Okay, so now what you have to see is the tree. One is tree for us. Okay, this tree we have already linked with writing names of states and union territories, and now people, they are sitting on the top of this tree and they are drinking wine, and then they are discussing the land reforms. So this land reforms, people are discussing while drinking wine on the top of a tree. So ninth schedule, 9 is wine, and it deals with the land reforms, and it was added by the First Amendment Act. Coming to the 10th schedule, and 10 is hen for us, and this is a schedule which talks about the anti-defection law. And for us, anti-defection or defection, it becomes defective. Defection is defective. Okay, so 10 is hen. Now we will see the picture of a defective hen. Okay, you can see this image of hen. He's defective. This hen is defective. Okay, sort of handicapped. He's using a stick to walk. So defective hen. Just see that picture of defective hen. So defective is defection, anti-defection law, which is there in the 10th schedule, and 10 is hen for us. 10 is hen for us, and anti-defection becomes defective. 11th schedule, and 11th is TT and Tata Nano, and it talks about the Gram Panchayats. So improve the power of the Panchayats. Government is distributing Tata Nano to them. Okay, so now these panchayats, they don't have much resources. So now what government is doing, they are distributing Tata Nano to all the Gram Panchayats so that they can keep rounding their villages, and they can meet more people and do more better work. So Tata Nano, that is Tata is TT, that is 11, Tata Nano, we are linking it with the powers of Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat, government is distributing them Tata Nano. Let's come to the next schedule, and that is 12. Okay, 12 is clock for us. It's very simple. 12 hours clock. So no clocks in the building of municipality. So that is how they're very unpunctual. So municipality offices we all have in our all cities. So these municipality offices, they don't have clocks. Okay, so they don't have clocks. Now they have an excuse like how they can finish the work on time. So that is how they're very unpunctual, and they don't do anything on time. So clock, we are relating it with the municipalities. So 12th schedule, it deals with the urban municipalities. Okay, and we will see when we'll talk about the constitutional amendment acts, like which constitutional amendment act brought this particular schedule. Now let's come to the third task of the day, and which is about the borrowed constitution. Like our India is a borrowed constitution. We have brought so many different features into our constitution from different constitutions of the world. So let's start one by one. So first thing is the Britain. Okay, and our picture for Britain, it is going to be Britannia biscuits. Britain, it is becoming Britannia biscuits. First thing is the parliamentary form of government. So the party which makes its government in parliament, it treat other people with Britannia biscuits. So now this time Narendra Modi made his government in the parliament. So parliament, we are linking it with the Britannia biscuits or the parliamentary form of government. This thing we have taken it from the Britain. The cabinet system, all cabinet ministers keep Britannia biscuits with them. Ritz. So from Ritz we get wrist. So you're using your wrist to mash all the Britannia biscuits. By camel, like two houses, so two camels, you are giving biscuits to two camels, okay, not to single camel, you are making them eat like these two camels the Britannia biscuit. So Britain becomes Britannia for us, and Britannia, first thing, is the parliamentary form of government. The government which forms its the person or the party which forms its government in the parliament, they treat other people with the Britannia biscuit. Second thing is the cabinet system. Cabinet, all cabinet ministers keep Britannia biscuits. Writs, okay, writs which are issued by the courts. Writ become wrist, okay. So using your wrist to smash or to mash the biscuits, Britannia biscuits. If you remember last time we related this wrist with the mug, okay? We were breaking the mug when we were remembering the Indian states in sequence of area. So now we are using it to mash the Britannia biscuits. So Britannia is Britain for us. So Ritz and bicamel, like two houses, two camels. There are two camels, we're standing in front of them and you are making them eat Britannia biscuit. So this is about the Britain, what all things we have bought from Britain. Second country is USA, and USA, our picture is going to be of Obama, okay, the president of US, like Obama. So Obama is going to have a picture for USA. First thing what we have bought from USA is fundamental rights. So Obama is most famous for giving rights to the people, okay. So you can see this picture where he is always witty and he always talk about the rights to the people, okay. He feel like people should be privileged with the fundamental rights, okay. They have the right to live with dignity, and that is how we can make them prosperous and make them happy. So fundamental rights, we are relating it with the Obama, okay, and Obama is our picture for US. Impeachment of president, this thing we have taken from USA. Now just see, like in these days news, Obama is getting impeached in the USA. So impeachment of president, or president, we are thinking of Obama. So Obama is getting impeached. Judicial review, okay, the concept of judicial review also we have taken from USA. So a panel of judges reviewing the performance of Obama. So Obama is sitting in front of judges, and judges are asking them questions, asking him the questions like what you have done in these years, and they're evaluating the performance of Obama. These things we will also see when we will do the conceptual part of the Indian polity, and conceptual part is very important part. It forms a very important part of Indian polity, and then we can see like how different countries, they have adopted a different way of functioning, right? So USA is having its separate set of policies, Britain, India, like then it would be very interesting for us, and then we would be able to further memorize better after doing that part, right? So going to the next country, and which is Ireland. Okay, Ireland is Ireland. Okay, Ireland, it becomes Ireland. So Ireland, okay, some land which is there on the top of air, which is there in the air. So Ireland becomes Ireland for us. And the first thing what we have taken from Ireland is directive principles of state policy. Directive principles of state policy. So principles of state. States are making policy to make land in air, okay. So this is the land on air, it is not on the earth. So now states, the countries, they are making policies to make land in the air, because there is always, I mean, there's so much shortage of land on the earth. Now what they are planning, or their policy, their directives are towards making land or making people live in the air. So Ireland or Ireland, we are linking it with the directive principles of state policy. Second is the election of president on the land in air. Okay, so election of president is a special thing, and how they're going to elect president, it is by the whole people, they sit on the land which is there in the air, and there the election for president happens. Okay, so Ireland, or that is Ireland, we are relating directive principles state policy, and also the election of president. Election of president we have taken from Ireland. Coming to the next country, and which is Canada. Canada is candy for us. So first thing what we have taken from Canada is a strong center. This we will understand once we will see the federal structure of India. Okay, the federal structure of India, we have strong center, and this thing we have taken from, or we have followed the Canadian constitution. So strong center, how the center will be strong? It will be by eating candies. Okay. Appointment of governors. So during appointment, governors getting candies. So you are one of the candidate for the governors, and you were standing there in the queue to be interviewed by the panel, and for each aspirant they are giving a candy. Okay, for the appointment of governors. Supreme Court advising people not to eat too many candies. So this is the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, and as Supreme Court, what the Supreme Court is advising is people not to eat too many candies. So Canada, that is candy, we are linking three things. First is the strong center, how the central government would be strong by eating candies. The second thing is appointment of governors. You were standing there for the appointment and you were given candies. Third one is the Supreme Court advising people, or the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, to not to eat many candies. Let's go to next state, and that is Australia. And Australia, our picture is going to be the famous cricketer of Australia, that is Ricky Ponting. Australia is Ricky Ponting for us. Now first thing is concurrent list. Okay, concurrent list we have taken from Australia. Now concurrent or current, our picture would be current. The power current, like what current you get from electricity. So Ricky Ponting getting current. Okay, and see a picture in your mind where Ricky Ponting is getting current, like when he touched the electricity board, suddenly he got a shock. Okay, that shock is because of the electric current that flowed from his body. So electric current, we are linking it with Ricky Ponting, or the current is concurrent list. Or concurrent list is we have derived from Australia. Joint sitting of parliament. See this picture where this he was a captain of the Australian cricket team and known to be a good leader of the cricket team. So joint sitting, he used to make a lot of joint sittings with the people, with different players of the team, or with the management of the team. So joint sitting, we are linking it with the Ricky Ponting or the Australia. Next country, it's Germany. So Germany, suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. This thing we have taken from Germany. And Germany, our picture is of germs. Okay, germs. Germs is going to be a picture for Germany. So government declared emergency after germs attack. So what happened? There's so many germs which has come and which is there in the surroundings. So government has declared emergency. Government has announced no person should go out of their home, otherwise they will be get attacked by the germs. So germs or Germany, we are linking it with the suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. Russia, and our picture for Russia, it is going to be a Russian girl. Okay, Russia is famous for its beautiful girls. So Russia, our picture is going to be Russian girl, and what we have taken from Russia is the fundamental duty. So it is our fundamental duty to talk with the Russian girls and date with them because they are so pretty. So Russian girls, we are linking fundamental duty with Russia. Next country, it is South Africa, and South Africa, it is African elephant. Okay, South Africa, it is going to be African elephant. Our picture for South Africa is African elephant. So elephant protesting for the amendment in the constitution. So procedure for amendment of constitution, we have taken from South Africa. So amendment in constitution. So you can see all elephants, hundreds of elephants who have gathered together uh, in front of the parliament and in front of president house, and they are demanding the amendment in constitution. And then all press people are there and they are asking them why you are concerned with the constitution, because constitution doesn't apply to you. So elephants elephant is of a picture for Africa, that is South Africa. And what we have taken, the amendment of constitution. And second thing is this election of members of Rajya Sabha. Okay, so Rajya Sabha members who they once they get a point, they get their own elephant. Okay, so they come with their elephant only. So you can see again that picture where the elephant is given to each member of the Rajya Sabha, and all these Rajya Sabha members used to come on their elephants. So South Africa elephant, we are linking it with the amendment of constitution, first thing, and second is the election of the Rajya Sabha members. So we have finished the 3 tasks today. Our first one, it was the formation of Indian states. Okay, the second, it was important schedules. And third, it was the borrowed constitution, like from which country which bought which features. So these are the very easy things for us now. I mean, once we see that image, like second time we need not study it, and these questions will become a tracer for us. Like for some students it may not be possible, they cannot even think of answering these things because it's so difficult to recall or to memorize so many things in so many subjects. But for us now it becomes an advantage. I mean, these questions are like lollipop for us. So let's come to the next target for today, and that is the Constitutional Amendment Acts. So Constitutional Amendment Acts, we are covering only the important Constitutional Amendment Acts. And what you can do from your side is, if you find any new Constitutional Amendment Act coming, or Constitutional Amendment Bill which have been proposed but it's pending in the Parliament, so you can remember those things with the help of these mnemonics. So starting with the First Amendment Act, and this First Amendment Act we have already discussed, if you remember, tree and the people who were drinking the wine on the top of the tree, and they were discussing land reforms. So ninth schedule was added by the First Amendment Act, and it talked about the land reforms. The second Constitutional Amendment Act, the scale of representation increased for Lok Sabha members. So 2 is cycle for us. Okay. And the cycle, see, this is the second time we are involving the second 2, that is cycle. First was we were getting the salaries. Okay, the president, prime minister, they are all getting salaries. So second schedule we discussed. Second schedule was about the salaries or the privileges or the allowances of the government people. So Lok Sabha people reaching to more people on cycles. So this second Amendment Act, it talked about the readjustment of the scale of representation in the Lok Sabha by providing that one member could represent even more than 7,50,000 peoples. So scale of representation increased for Lok Sabha members by second Amendment Act. And this second 2 is cycle for us. Now you can see Lok Sabha members, they're going on cycle to different distant places just to meet more people and increase their reach. The third is auto. During this Amendment Act, it empowered the Parliament to control the production, supply and distribution of various important foodstuffs. Right, and it has to be in the public interest. So Parliament to control the food stuff, the whole cycle of this food stuff, the production, distribution, the selling. So 3 is auto for us, and government distributing foodstuffs in auto. And this auto for today, we are second time using it. First time we used while taking oaths. Okay. So it was a third schedule which deals with the oaths or formations, and now we are we are linking it with the government distributing foodstuffs in auto. And so third Amendment Act, it empowered Parliament to control the whole food chain of essential foodstuffs. Let's go to the next Amendment Act, and that is 7. And 7 is heaven. This is the second time we are using heaven. First time it was the schedule. Seventh schedule, it dealt with the union, state and the concurrent list. And sending people to heaven, we didn't find anywhere in the list of the union and the state government, because it is not government's duty to send people to the heaven. Now this 7th Amendment Act, we try to remember increase of High Court jurisdiction. Okay, so it extended the jurisdiction of high courts to even union territories. It first time provided for the establishment of a common high court for 2 or more states. More thing about high court we will remember once we will be doing that high court session. So Tata Nano so high court jurisdiction increased to heaven. So 7th schedule, 7 is heaven, and high court jurisdiction, it increased to heaven. Now high court, it can give judgments to the people who are there in heaven also. So that is how it is not only this world, they have increased their jurisdiction to the heaven. So 7 is heaven and increase of high court jurisdiction we are linking. 11th Amendment Act, 11th is Tata Nano. If you remember, this 11th, we have already linked it with the 11th schedule, and 11th schedule, it was Tata Nano we are giving to the Gram Panchayats. Now this is the second time we are using 11, that is Tata Nano. Government has changed the election of Vice President. It deals with the change in format of the election of Vice President of India, and now he has to first drive Tata Nano, then only he will be eligible for the post of Vice President. So 11th Amendment Act, it deals with the change in the election of Vice President. So 2 things we have already related today with 11. First is the Gram Panchayats, government distributing Tata Nano to the Gram Panchayats to make them more empowered, and now that was the 11th schedule, and now this is the 11th Constitutional Amendment Act, which deals with the change in the election of Vice President. 15th Amendment Act, and that is check. Okay, 15th is check. We get our paycheck on 15th. So 15th our picture is of check. It increased the retirement age of High Court from 60 to 62. So no payment checks after age of 60. So even after the 60, they are not retiring, but they are not getting paychecks. So increase the retirement age of High Court judges. 15 is check for us, and this information we are linking with increase of retirement age of High Court judges. 31st Amendment Act. Now 3 is M and 1 is T and MAT. It becomes MAT for us. If you remember, the MAT we also used for the Karachi session, where Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was there and he said it's his fundamental right to do karate. So 31st Amendment Act now we are discussing is MAT. It is the increase in Lok Sabha seats. So with more seats in Lok Sabha, definitely they require more METs. Okay, so more METs for the more seats. So increase in the number of Lok Sabha seats. It is the 31st Amendment Act. Let's go ahead and see 38th Amendment Act. 3 is M. Okay, 3 is M and 8 is F. So our picture for 38 is Mafia. Okay, Mafia or the Gundas or the Gagons. So Mafia, it deals with the emergency situations, okay, and it made the emergency which are declared by the president non-justiciable. So emergency not justiciable. So to control mafias, okay, to control the unsocial elements in the society, declaration of emergency is justified. So mafias we are relating with emergency and justification. 38th Amendment Act, it is mafia and we are linking with the emergency is non-justifiable. 40th Amendment Act, and 44 is R for us, okay, and 0 is S for us. So it becomes those. Our picture for 40 is those. Okay. And Parliament to decide special economic zones, territorial waters, and maritime zones. So how you will decide? So that in a way deciding the boundaries, okay, deciding the boundaries of different things. So deciding boundary by roses, okay, by making roses. They're creating boundary by roses. So these all are roses. They're making different boundaries of economic zones, territorial extent of waters, maritime zones. All these things they are making boundary with roses. So roses, that is 40, we are linking with the to decide the boundary size of different things which can be territorial waters, economic zones, maritime zones, etc. 42nd Amendment Act, and 42nd is 42, 4 is R and 2 is N, so it becomes rain. So this is a very important Amendment Act which is also known as the mini constitution. Now what you have to think is there's winning, I mean it's winning outside, and you're having your small booklet or mini constitution book, small book. So mini constitution, you took it out in the rain, okay. So mini constitution book, you are taking it out in rain. So rain, which is 42nd Amendment Act, is also known as the mini constitution. So your mini constitution book got wet in rain. So preamble getting 3 words, okay. Preamble is like the index of the book, okay. It is the index of the constitution. So because of rain, 3 words got deleted in index. So because of this Amendment Act, 3 words were added to the preamble, which are socialist, secular, and integrity. So what happened once you took this mini constitution book outside in the rain? Rainwater peeped into it, and first is the index or the preamble, and 3 words got deleted. And what we want to remember here is 3 words got added in the preamble during rain. Now that is the 42nd Amendment Act. The second is it's of a fundamental duty to help people who are caught in rain. So fundamental duties were also added during this Amendment Act, that is the 42nd Amendment Act. Setting up of administrative tribunals, and for tribunals our picture will be of turbans. So turbans getting weighed in rain. Okay, these are the turbans or the pagdi which Sardar people wear. All India Judicial Services. The proposal for All India Judicial Services, it was also given in the 42nd Amendment Act and 42nd rain. So now what we are trying to do is we are trying to link these information with rain. So All India Judicial Services or all judges, they are in rain and getting wet, getting current in rain water. So what happened during this 42nd Amendment Act? They added 5 subjects, okay. They transferred 5 subjects from state list to the concurrent list. So concurrent of a picture is of current, and who was getting current initially? It was Ricky Ponting. So Ricky Ponting, Australia, we bought these concurrent lists, concept of concurrent list from Australia. And during rain water, like I mean once you go out in the rain, that water, you are getting shock, okay, you are getting electric current. So concurrent list, it was added by the 42nd Amendment Act. Coming to the 44th Amendment Act, and 44th is RR, that is arrow. This 44th Amendment Act, it was enacted by the Janata government in 1798, okay, to nullify the distortion made by the 42nd Amendment Act by the Indira Gandhi government during the time of emergency. So 44, it is RR, okay. 4 is R for us. R, and our picture for 44, it is arrow. Arrow. Okay, R is arrow. So these number mnemonics, it may take some time with you, but if you becomes comfortable with it, it's like heaven. Like things will be very easy. Initially you will require some patience, okay, but once that 1 month or something will pass on, you are practicing these number mnemonics and you are trying to remember with these number mnemonics, things will be very easy. So 44 is RR, that is arrow. First thing is, President has the power to send the arrow fired at him by the cabinet. Now the President, now you can imagine one picture, that cabinet ministers, they are firing arrows on the President. But President has this power. Now he will deflect it back. Okay, this arrow, the President, he will deflect back to the cabinet ministers. So what we want to remember here is, this particular act, it empowered the President to send back once the advice of cabinet for reconsideration. Okay, so now this President, he can send the proposal back to the cabinet for again reconsideration, but the reconsidered ever advice is to be binding on the President. Okay, so these things we will see once we'll do the conceptual part also. But for now on, this proposal, it was added by the 44th Amendment Act. Firing the arrow on the empty property land. See this picture here, this is a property and you're firing arrow on that. So there are so many arrows which are there in the property. So right to property, it was eliminated by 44th Amendment Act, and 44 is arrow for us. And arrow, what you are doing, you are firing arrows on the property land. So right to property, it was eliminated from 44th Amendment Act. Let's go to the next Amendment Act, and which is the 42nd Amendment Act, and 52nd, I'm sorry, 52nd, and 5 is L and 2 is N, so it becomes lane or Q, and it deals with the anti-defection law. And defection, we have already seen, is defective for us. So defective people standing in lane. So defective people standing in lane. So defection or defective, we also linked it with hen, or hen is 10 for us. So 10th schedule, it deals with anti-defection law. And which Constitutional Amendment Act deals with anti-defection? It is 52, lane. Okay, lane. Defective people, they are standing in queue or in lane. '61st Amendment Act, and that is G and T. 6 is G for us and 1 is T. So it becomes GT Express. Okay, GT Express. So GT Express is a Express Indian Railways train. So GT Express, we have to relate it with a reduction in the voting age. So in GT Express, people of above 18 years are only allowed. So this Amendment Act, the voting age reduced from 21 to 18, and we are linking this with the GT Express. So GT is 6 and 1, GT. 6 and 1. 6 is G and 1 is T, so it becomes GT Express. And you went to the railway station to travel into GT Express, but what happened? They are saying the people only above 18 years are allowed to travel in GT Express, because GT Express really runs very fast. So this is the 61st Amendment Act. Now coming to the 65th Amendment Act, and 65th Amendment Act is 6 is either G or J and 5 is L. So our picture is jail, right? Jail. So National Commission for SC and ST. So people were sent to jail for not obeying laws regarding SC and STs. So jail, we are relating it with the National Commission for SC and ST. Coming to the next Amendment Act, which is 69, that is G or J, and 9 is P or B. So our picture for 69, it is going to be Jeep. So this 69th Amendment Act, actually it accorded a special status to the Union Territory of Delhi. Okay, that time Delhi was the Union Territory, and it designated it as a National Capital Territory, that is NCT. Okay, National Capital Territory of Delhi. So this is the same act which gave a provision for the Legislative Assembly and also the Council of Ministers for Delhi. So jeeps not allowed inside NCR or the National Capital Territory of Delhi. So jeeps we are linking with the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Coming to the next Constitution Act, that is the 73rd Constitution Act, and it's an important constitutional act. 73. 7 is K and 3 is M. So K and C they pronounce same. So CAM. So CAM recorder or camera. 73rd. So you're recording the proceedings of Gram Panchayat with your CAM. So this 73rd Amendment Act, it deals with Gram Panchayats, and you're recording the proceedings of Gram Panchayat with your CAM. So you're having your own CAM with you, and you went to one of the villages where one Gram Panchayat whole proceedings were taking place, and you were so much interested that you started shooting the whole proceedings with your CAM. CAM, okay? K and M, that is 7. K is 7 and M is 3. 73rd Amendment Act, that is CAM, we are linking it with the Gram Panchayat. 74th Amendment Act, 7 is again K and 4 is R, so it becomes car. So this Amendment Act deals with the municipalities, okay, urban municipalities, and during municipalities, in municipalities offices, all people have their own car. So municipalities officers, these officers, all babus, they earn so much of money that they all have their own car. So municipalities, this is the second time we are linking anything with the municipality. First was the clocks, okay, clocks were not there in the buildings of municipalities, so clock was second, was 12, okay, 12 hours. So 12 clocks was the 12th schedule, and we linked it with the provisions regarding the municipalities, urban municipalities. And now which Amendment Act? It was the 74th, KR, car. Now again we are linking with the officers of the municipalities. 75th Amendment Act, and 7 is again K and 5 is L, so it becomes coal. Coal, we know koila, and it deals about the rent tribunals. So you are giving coal as house rent. So in spite of giving cash to the house owner, you are giving coal, okay? You are giving coal to the house owner. See that picture now, okay? You are giving coal as a rent to your house owner. So rent tribunals. 80th Amendment Act, 8 is F for us and 0 is S. So it becomes fuse. So 80th Amendment Act, it's again a very important act, and it's given alternative scheme for the revenue sharing between the center and states. So actually this act was enacted on the basis of the recommendation of the 10th Finance Commission, which was set up, and it says like the total income like which center obtained from taxes and duties, the 29% of that whole revenue which center got, it has to be distributed to the states. So actually in one way it is about the distribution of revenue between central and state, and we see a special fuse, okay, the special fuse for the distribution of revenue between the central and state. 83rd Amendment Act, and 8 is F and 3 is M, so it becomes FM radio. So FM radio, Arun Jaitley saying no reservations for SC. So what this 83rd Amendment Act it did, Arun Jaitley's Arunachal Pradesh, and in Arunachal Pradesh the provision for SC reservations in the panchayats, it was abolished. So Arun Jaitley on FM radio, he's saying there should be no reservation for SCs, and this is a very controversial statement, so it became a huge controversy over Arun Jaitley. And what we want to remember here is Arun Jaitley, that is Arunachal Pradesh, there is no reservation for SCs in the Gram Panchayats. Coming to the next Amendment Act, and that is the 86th Amendment Act, and 8 is F and G is 6 is G, so it becomes frog. Amendment bought the right to education as a fundamental right under 21A. So frogs going to school. So you can see this picture, these frogs are going to school, and this act, 86th act, that is F and G, that is frog, it gave elementary education as a fundamental right in the constitution. The frog, we are relating it with going to school. 91st Amendment Act and 91st, 9 is 1 B or P and 1 is T, so it becomes bat. So what it says is Council of Ministers not more than 15%. So Council of Ministers, the strength of Council of Ministers should not be more than 15%, that is total number of members of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. It's only Lok Sabha. So the Council of Ministers should not be more than 15% of the total strength of Lok Sabha, and same is also true with the state legislature. So BAT is 91 for us, and we want to link it with the limited council of numbers, that is not more than 15%. And what happens if they become more than 50%? The speaker start beating them with BAT. Okay, so you can see in the speaker of the Lok Sabha, he's beating with the bat, like, okay, all these members now you have become more than 15%, so the speaker is beating with bat. 92nd Amendment Act, and it is B and 2 is N. So our picture for 92 is bone. So it deals with the inclusion of 4 languages in the 8th schedule. 8th schedule, we already know it is a spider. Spider was speaking Indian languages. So Bones is speaking different languages now. Okay, see this Bone, and he is speaking so many different languages he can speak. So Bones, we are relating it with the inclusion of languages, or the Bones speaking languages. 93rd Amendment Act. So 93rd, 9 is B and 3 is M. So it becomes BMW. It deals with the reservations in the education institute. So even students who are having BMW are getting reservations in educational institute. Okay, so reservation in educational institutes, we are relating it to the 93rd Constitution Amendment Act. 93 is BM, that is BMW. 96th, B and G back. So reservation for SC, STs in Parliament. It deals with the reservations of SC and STs in Parliament. So all members belonging to SC, STs which are there in Parliament come with a special bag. Okay, come with a special bag. Now what all are the provisions? These we will see once we'll go into the conceptual details of each and every chapter of Constitution. 97th Amendment Act. It is 9 is B and 7 is K. So our picture is bike, and it talks about the cooperative societies. So the people who go on bike, they drive very rash and they don't cooperate with other people on road. So on road, we all see like some young people, I mean, they drive so rashly their bike, like it leads to accident also. Sometimes they drive very fast. So bike, we are relating with cooperative societies, or they don't cooperate with the people on roads. 97th Amendment Act, that is BK, bike. 98th Amendment Act, that is B or P. Okay, it can be either B or P. We saw that 9 can either be B or P, and 8 is F. So it becomes PF, our Provident Fund. It talks about the National Judicial Commission, setting up of National Judicial Commission. So National Judicial Commission, anybody who comes to National Judicial Commission, they get a very good Provident Fund. PF becomes Provident Fund. So here we complete all the important constitutional amendment acts. Now what you have to do from your side, you have got the understanding like how we have to do it, okay, how we have to remember it, how we have to change number with the pictures, and now these pictures, how we can link with the important information what we want to keep in mind. Okay, now with 86, that is the frog, we wanted to relate it with the education. So we saw frog going to the schools. Okay, 86th Amendment Act. So next time again we will start with a brief revision of what we have done till now, and then we will move ahead for remembering the different articles, the table of precedence, and other various different things in Indian polity. So thanks for tuning in. B, if you are not getting much, like if you're not much thorough with the number mnemonics, we would again request you to just practice a bit. It won't take much time. Just practice a bit about these numbers and how to convert them into pictures, and then again go to the lectures, and then you will gain a lot. And if you're wondering like what you have done, you can go to the previous 20-25 years of question papers, and you can see like how easy the job has become for you. There is an important conceptual part also for polity, and which you have to follow with the textbook. Plus, we will also cover all the important concepts which you are required to remember in Indian polity. Thank you for tuning in.